Okay, we are. This one isn't live. I told you I handled all the stuff I had to handle with the storage issues when it comes to backing stuff up and stuff like that. So this one is just a regular video. It's not on live or whatever. I might post it on Instagram. I'm not sure. But it's just a short video. I'm gonna read something. And then later I was gonna merge it into this video, but then I finally found um, what I wanted to read to you guys out of that Mind Control, the 101 book. And it's funny that when I got my stuff out of storage in the bag that I ended up having to even throw the whole damn bag away. It was a leather bag, but I had a copy of Mind Control in there. That was I guess it was a PDF or something that I went on and actually went somewhere and I got it printed out in paper, and it was molded up or whatever, but it had the actual page that I've been looking for these like past sit downs and whatever, what I couldn't find or whatever. It was right there. That's why I said I had already know I had marked that specific thing in that book down years ago because it's key. But I'm gonna bring that back in a later videos I'm gonna post it today, but I'm deciding whether how I wanna post it or how I wanna share it. So um what I'm about to read now is from the General Education Board. Shout out to Taj. And then shout out at Rise It in Power, Rest It in Power, whatever you say. Ashe to Dick Gregory, because he was a very big advocate of this too. And it's from the philosophy section. Philosophy. If you type in General Education Board and then you go to Wikipedia, and then when you click on that and then you go down to philosophy, you can read it through. The history, of course, you can find out who was involved in it. But what I'm about to read to y'all is some of the. This is a fine-tuned example of how deception can be hidden just in your face. And when mind control and psych ops have been put down, these are examples that you can see how such subtle attacks can take your shit over, can take your mind over, and you can honestly lose sight of what's really going on, or what's been going on to us and our people. All right, so like I said, this is just off of Wikipedia. This is the General Education Board. All right, the philosophy section. Pause this and pull it up if you want to read along. This is what it says. In our dream, we have limitless resources, and the people yield themselves with perfect docility to our molding hand. Who is our? It's the General Education Board. In our dream, we have limitless resources. And their dream, right? In our dream, we have limitless resources, and the people yield themselves with perfect docility to our molding hand. The present educational conventions fade from their minds. You hear that? The present educational conventions fade from their minds, and unhampered by tradition, we work our own goodwill upon a grateful and responsive rural folk. You heard that. The present educational conventions fade from their minds, and unhampered by tradition, we work our own goodwill upon a grateful and responsive rural folk. We shall not try to make these people or any of their children into philosophers or men of learning or men of science. This is present today. Today, we shall not try to make these people or any of their children into philosophers or men of learning or men of science. You can flip that. We shall not. This is what we shall not try to make these people or any of their children into philosophers or men or women of learning. Let's get down like that if we're gonna get down like that. Men or women of learning or men or women of science. We have not to raise up from among them authors. We have not to raise up from among them authors, editors, poets, or men, then I add on, or women of letters. We shall not search for embryo great artists, painters, musicians, nor lawyers, doctors, preachers, politicians, statesmen, of whom we have an ample supply. The task we set before ourselves is very simple, as well as a very beautiful one in their eyes. To train these people as we find them to a perfectly ideal life just where they are. So we will organize our children into a little community and teach them to do in a perfect way the things their fathers and mothers are doing in an imperfect way in the homes, in the shops, and on the farm. This is the philosophy section of the General Education Board. Yeah, all of this stuff, daycares and all, everything, all this stuff. Schools, colleges, degrees beyond that. This is just a short message. Short message. We have to clean it up. We have to begin to read more. We got to begin to read a lot more. People that try to throw shade on people who read books, let those people keep throwing shade, because it all depends on what you're reading. I've heard this from a few wise men through my lifetime, as well as one of those wise men being my uncle. He used to say that you want to hide something from a black man, or which at that time, long ago, I didn't know was more, or what people call African Americans, or whatever you want to call us. You want to hide something from those type of people, just put it in a book. It's not that some of them won't want to read the books, it's that majority of them are too tied into their peers' opinion. So, and I know that from personal experience and whatever, where I've had to, I'm in a reasoning session or something, where I think it's a reasoning session, and then I quote a book along with a teacher or something like that, just to as much information as I can to help connect the dots in multiple ways. Motherfucker, oh, it's not in that. It's not about the books. Oh, this and that. But you learned it from somebody. You learned what you're bringing to the conversation from somebody. And lo and behold, a lot of the times the people don't actually, they just take it from somebody or whatever, and then they know who they got it from, but then they don't do their due diligence on that person that they came across in life. How some people say life teaches them stuff or whatever like that. Who put you on to that? Because whoever put you on to that had their own understanding of it, and either they got it from a book or they got that piece of information that gave them their own realization. They got it from somebody else, and somebody else will trickle down. It did come from a book because somebody put it in a book. And if somebody put it in a book, that means in some form or fashion was that divinely inspired, or was that person just a workaholic, or were they a philosopher, or were they a person that dedicated their whole life to scribing or into channeling messages and stuff like that? So general education board, and that could be a start as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to post this. I'm about to post this video, and then in the description, I'm gonna not only post the link to get it, but then I'm gonna copy the actual philosophy part of it, and I'm gonna post it down in the description. Like, we want to get done. We want to get shit done on multiple avenues or multiple angles and stuff. It starts. It's sometimes the small things it's the small things that matter. These things need to start being put into proper perspective. Into proper perspective. You get what I'm saying? Really, really. Like I said, this is a short video. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back a little later today, not with a live or anything, but just some other stuff I was to share that will start to make some of these things make sense to how people can, like I said, what I found in that Mind Control 101 book, when it comes to the groups that people get into, or just some people may be aligned with a certain group out of just fear, or some people just don't want to. They, like I said, it comes back to not, or to being afraid of just being by yourself at certain points, or thinking life is over. Like, how are you thinking that? You think you don't have time to go into a certain space of solidarity? Are you thinking that life is going to end tomorrow or next week or whatever? Why are people so scared to shut certain shit down and then go into your own space and get your own self right? Protect your aura, cleanse it, decompress, cleanse it from all these other bullshit. Go outside and go to work and do what you got to do. Take care of your business, take care of your kids, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But certain things you got to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You got to start cutting it off. We are the change that we want to see. But as soon as we begin to transform and transmutate into that change, is when people will really start to see like real differences. That's how I've put it together. So, Ashe, Ashe to Baba Dick Gregory for continuously pushing the issues with education, and how people need to learn the difference between education and liberation. Shout out to Taj for continually and repetitiously giving the information that he gives, as well as continuing to harp on that people really do need to not only go look it up, which I'm going to post now, the General Education Board, but the philosophy sector, and get yourself in tune with what that is. And if you need to, print out a few copies, put it in a yellow folder, something like this. Like I said, these are from the dollar store. Some of these things, like I said, I keep like petitions and stuff. Like when I get to petitions and all of that, and then like I say, because I work my stuffs in bulks and stuff, or like that, or like I said, I have that in something else that I'm writing and something like that. That's kind of like stretching out just a few pages or whatever. Not a petition or anything. It's just like some things I'm not sure if I'm gonna put in a journal or not. So I'm gonna like I said, I put those in to a sleeve or your or an orange folder. Start getting this stuff in your archives and into your library. Start reading it more and more and more and more and more. Read it. Let it become part of your essence. This is your a major part of your forefathers. When people say that stuff about honoring your forefathers and stuff like that, long life and all of this types of stuff. It's so much more beyond what's just in front of you. All these ancestors that we're calling on and stuff, forefathers, we are them at the same time, but in an actual angle of what people are putting on it. Just say how people think of it. Some people don't know that your ancestors, we are us, that we don't die, and energy just continuously moves. So even if that, I guess, level of the information is some people are out of the know, let's just keep it in the regular sector. All of these loved ones and stuff, all of the elders, ancestors, ones that have passed, your forefathers, you're gonna forget about them too. Like I said, you know how many people, like, on this, in this aspect of the soil, and people are so just into, like, all of these things that everybody is saying is cliche of ancestors and things you don't even know. Some of these things you don't even know about, and some people are disregarding for that auntie or that uncle that really was fucking with you when they were living. Aren't they ancestors too? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to encompass all of this stuff. It's not to encompass these and not those, but it's to understand that, dang, if I'm so focused on those, and those are within a paradigm of a certain construct of information, some things, some people get misconstrued as deities and energies separate from actual ancestors. Like, people really need to get into the books and find out. Like, you think I didn't hear it one or two times and stuff, and I liked it, and I fuck with that goddess that spoke on that, because that showed once again she knows some shit. Because I said, this isn't getting at her or whatever. This is just an example of what I heard a goddess bring up. An oracle, yes, is into people. Some people don't know what necromancy is and certain shit like that. Even all of these readings and all of these different types of skills of divination are ansies, or a mancy of some sort. People haven't started to figure that out. And but like I've said, get into that research as well to see the difference between ancestors and gods, goddesses, and deities. You get where I'm going with it? Start to find this stuff out. Push for this information. Yeah, this is just a general education board video. I think I stretched it out a little longer than it's supposed to go, but this one isn't gonna go no hours and stuff like that. Like, well, I'm at almost 20 minutes and stuff like that. That's not too bad. Yes, general education board, the philosophy section, especially just if normal people, whatever, gods, goddesses, whatever, get it into your shit. Especially if you have children. Especially if you have children, and especially if you are an educator. If you are an educator, especially an educator of children, get yourself aligned with this type of information. And you've heard me say in other videos, if you're legally or not legally, if you're financially sound or whatever, get yourself on information and certain stuff and start to be that little bit of change. Be that little bit of change. You know what I'm saying? But especially, like I said, we can start to, especially educators and stuff, you can start to act like this is real psychological warfare and art of war. And things can be done within educational systems. But then certain things like that, you might have to get in touch with some of the parents. And let them know what you're about to mix into a little bit indirectly with some of the curriculum. But that means it's only going back to what it was, and what it should continuously be, with parents having communication with teachers, but in this direction of I gotta let you know that this is what we're putting into the curriculum, and the on front board of the committee of what this educational shit is, we can't actually put this directly in to add to the curriculum because it'll not only get them fired, but then it'll shine a light on what's going on. So, you know what I mean? It might make it a little bit harder for other motherfuckers, or a light might get shined on, a big eyeball might open up on that arena. But so be it. You know what I'm saying? Within certain situations, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Delbert Blair said it like once, nigga, multiple times, and people stay uploading it through years and years and years and years or whatever like that. Once the God shit comes alive and alive, people that aren't on it are not gonna be able to stop it. And if they do continue to try to stop it, it's only gonna further the deterioration of them. It's gonna make it go quicker. Because we can do and command what we wish to command with Allah, the all God, it, he, she, or it, all beyond the all, with its permission. You think all of this cosmic stuff, these eclipses, full moons, this whole new age, why is it happening the way it's happening? For who to wake up? For what? Whatever's here to wake up. You know, so like I said, this is just me tapping in real quick, tapping into some stuff. What else I gonna put on that? What's it? General Education Board, philosophy. Yeah, take charge. We gotta start taking charge of this shit. Gotta start taking charge of this stuff. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is a very short video. Like I said, General Education Board. The philosophy section, I will be posting along with this video. I'm gonna post a link to that, but it's very easy. Just type it up in Google, you find it on Wikipedia, and then follow the link. Follow the boom, boom, boom. But I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna post it there on my description with the link, and I'm probably gonna copy and paste the description of it within the description as well. Yeah, get down on that and get yourself aware of it. So I'm about to be out. I'll be back with some more stuff a little bit later today, probably in little short videos to pop up on the stuff that I found that I've been trying to find. I've been telling y'all on a few sit downs, like I forgot to where to find something in this Mind Control 101 book. When I post that one, as I usually do with that book, when I'm directly letting people know that I'm going to share it, I usually post the link to that book in the description as well. But with this time, I'm going to not only post the book, I'm going to post the page. And then, like I said, it's just going to take me a little time. I'm probably going to that section that I'm from, I'll probably, quick dot or something, this specific small section that I'm gonna read from, right? All right, so we're together with this. It's about breaking curses. It's about raising up the frequency of everybody here, the good and the bad, or what we perceive as the good and the bad. If the bad, that raising up, if they fall in line with it and they raise up, they raise up. But if they fight it and then they fall, then they fall. That just is what it is. We're all energy. They just come back again and try to figure it out. And eventually they will figure it out, because this place is about correction. And if it is, like I said, within itself, it only can continue to perfect itself, like into even a more perfection of what we can't even perceive or fathom. You know what I'm saying? So I be thinking sooner or later, like in maybe another million, like this plane, is it still gonna be a test plane of people have to come down here just to be tested over and over and over and over and over? No, it itself may transmute, or that's probably in it. Really, it is in its working if it's a concept of correction. You know what I'm saying? But as it continues to expand and manifest in many different aspects of what we can perceive, but it's about what we can perceive as we're ascending through our conscious. So, gotta put the work in, test your mind, take it to the limits that might make you a little bit uncomfortable, you know, questions that might ruffle your feathers a little bit. I've said it in what I think the first 3 videos. You a phoenix, ain't you? You're a falcon, ain't you? You're a hawk. All of these things, these divine symbolisms within animals and stuff like that we gave attributes to a long time ago. So with that being said, I'm ended off here. You know what I'm saying? To all the babies, to all the kids, to all the young adults, to all the adults, to all the elders, to all the ones who have transitioned that one day we will join, that some of us can see and some cannot, and to the all, as well as to my higher self. Say Ashe. To the all, to my higher self, to all the ones who have transitioned that one day we will join. Some can see, some cannot, but we all continuously feel. To all the elders, to all the adults, to all the young adults, to all the kids, to all the babies, I say Ashe. One more time, sending it back out. You know how I do. To all the babies, to all the kids, to all the young adults, to all the adults, to all the elders, to all the ones who have transitioned that we all will join one day. That some can see and some can't, but we all continuously feel. To my highest self and to the all, I say Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. It's love. To my highest self, thank you for continuing to guide, bless, and protect me. Below, above, and within all dimensions known and unknown, as well as continuing to guide, bless, and protect me below, above, and within all planes of existence known and unknown. I ask you to do so once again, and I thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. To my highest self, to the all, I'd like to thank you for continuing to guide, bless, and protect all of us below, above, within, all dimensions known and unknown, as well as continuing to guide, bless, and protect us all above, below, and within all planes of existence known and unknown. I ask you to do so once again, and I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. I say Ashe, 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 Ashe. To the all, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. To the all, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. To the all, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Love all the gods, all the goddesses, all the chaos beings. Love, love, and love. Peace and prosperity. Together with this.